How much footy have you watched this weekend, mate?
Highlights?
How much footy have you watched this weekend?
None.
Yeah, look, less games than usual this round in our defence, but yeah, I haven't watched a lot either.
Keen to talk about it?
Keen to be a footy podcast that has no idea what the fuck's going on, hey?
What's new?
What's new? Let's get into it. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Fine Leg to Fall Forward, episode number 45.
45, mate.
So that's a fair innings.
It's decent. Decent average.
Decent, yeah, take that. Absolutely take that.
How have you been, mate? I mean, I think we briefly mentioned the cold open. Both had very nice weekends. Not so much footy weekends, I'd say, but nice weekends. You went up to Murwillumbah.
I did, yeah. Beautiful spot, Murwillumbah in northern New South Wales. Went to see the other half's family. Yeah, beautiful spot, full of beautiful people, and the weather really, turned up. Was beautiful.
For everyone that doesn't know where Murwillumbah is, where would you describe its location?
I'm glad you asked, man. I'm really glad you asked. And someone in particular who's going to hear this, she's going to be very, very pleased that you've asked me this. So Murwillumbah, it's in northern New South Wales. So it's like 20 minutes south of Coolangatta.
Okay.
And it's just north of Byron Bay.
Ah.
Yeah, so lovely spot.
Yeah.
It was nice and warm. Sun was out, clear blue skies the whole time we were there. Yeah, so had a really nice time. First time I've been on a plane in over 3 years, I reckon. So
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good to get out. A quick visit, but one that was definitely needed for sure.
First of many, I'm sure.
Yeah, I obviously didn't see you at all then.
No,
that weekend. How was yours? How you going?
It was really good, mate. Really good. It was. Can't say the weather was anything like that down here in Melbourne.
No,
it was. Winter has arrived, so it was like 12 and miserable most days. So
yeah, love that.
It's good, but partner came over and we were just chilling for the entire weekend. Did very little, but which was really nice.
That's good. Good. Those weekends are too few and far between, I reckon. Sometimes they're the best type of weekends. Yeah.
Oh, I did. I bought some jeans.
You bought some jeans.
I did.
You hate, for those who don't know, Ashwin, the reason he's always in shorts or trackies or chinos if we're lucky, like if we're going somewhere nice, chinos.
Yeah.
He fucking hates jeans. You hate the way they feel against your legs?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I don't know if it's necessarily the denim or it's, I don't know what it is, but just, especially with like calves.
Your massive calves. Yeah. Oh, you can't fit him into jeans. Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
I wouldn't call myself an extremely hairy guy, but I'm a...
Me neither, man.
I'd say I'm reasonably hairy. So I don't like the way it feels when I wear jeans.
Right. So why are you wearing jeans now then? Like, why have you bought jeans?
Well, I went to Uniqlo.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
If anyone from Uniqlo's listening,
yep.
DMs are always open.
That would be a decent sponsor, wouldn't it?
You might even say unrealistic.
But, yeah, perhaps. Went to Uniqlo with the missus to buy a white shirt because I realised I don't actually have a white shirt.
You don't have a white shirt? The amount of weddings you've been to and times you have to wear suits, you don't have a white shirt.
I have a white shirt with black buttons. I don't have a white shirt with white buttons.
Do you need white buttons?
Because I'm I'm one of the groomsmen for brother's wedding coming up, so needed a white shirt with white buttons.
Yeah.
And so I went to Uniqlo to get that, and the missus was like, "Oh, they've got jeans here with a different type of fabric on the inside." It's like a felt sort of. It's not denim.
Right.
Tried them on. I was like, okay,
Wow.
maybe, yeah,
Might see Ashwin in some jeans.
maybe, stepping it up, mate.
Wow. Well, yeah, going into winter, it's want to protect the calves a little bit from the cold. So speaking with the weather being shit in Melbourne, there was a positive about this. So it's going back a couple of years now. I bought my little brother a V8 supercar experience.
Yeah.
For his 21st birthday.
Nice.
And then it just didn't get around to booking it for ages, and then COVID hit.
Was there like an expiry on that, or?
Yeah, but they extended it because of COVID.
Yeah.
And they didn't do any bookings for a good year or two, and then finally had one a few months ago, and it was rained out, so we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And it was rescheduled for Sunday.
Right.
But I'd already booked the trip interstate. So I'm like, fuck, I'm going to miss this. I'm so flat that I'm actually missing this.
Yeah.
And it was rained off again. So it's going to be rescheduled again. So I will end up getting to see him in the V8 supercar.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's a positive. There's a positive for
There's
sure.
always positives with rain, you know?
Is there? Oh, yeah, good for the crops.
Yeah, we need rain.
Let's get into Run It Back, shall we? So another weekend of footy has gone by, enjoyed by all of us. We definitely watched plenty of it.
Yep.
First of the bye rounds, though. So having caught up on some highlights and some KO minis, should we just quickly run through some headlines, mate?
I'll kick us off.
Please do.
16-minute power nap.
16-minute power nap. Did the Power play this weekend?
They did.
Did they?
They did. Well, there's a period of well. Did they?
No, the Power didn't play. So where are you going with this?
16 minutes, no goals, one behind.
Really?
In a game between the Cats and the Dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
There was a total of one behind scored for 16 minutes of play in the third quarter.
Yeah, wow. Right. Okay.
Prime time viewing, one would say.
Oh, yeah. Glad that's in that time slot. Friday night footy, wasn't it?
Yeah, electrifying. That's what you sort of want. Not as good as Saturday Arvo footy, as we'll find out, I think, later on in the show.
That's a bit of foreshadowing for you.
But Jezza was clutch, mate.
Yeah, I saw he kicked a few goals late because Geelong started off pretty strongly, had a big lead early, and then, Dogs clawed back, and then when things looked a bit dicey, he kicked a couple of goals, at least according to the highlights anyway. All right, I got another headline for you. Had Melbourne gone home early? Fuck, play on words, we love that here. So the Swans kicked 4-1 in the final term to upset the Demons at the MCG. Big win for the Swans.
Mate, I reckon Freo's shown everyone that it's possible.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, yeah, we could do it.
So that it takes another team to show.
To show.
Yeah, right, okay.
Do it. Be like, this is how you do it. And then...
There you go. Is it worrying signs for the Ds, or is this like a good time of year to get the cobwebs out? Because they've got a lot of injuries at the moment.
Yeah. I wouldn't dare say it's worrying times.
2 in a row, though.
No, I think if anything, you'd want to be sort of at this point in the season, sort of having it, sort of working your way through things, and then towards the back end of the season, you really get your confidence back.
Yeah, because they won so many in a row to finish the home and away season, and obviously the final series like last year. So
yep,
every chance they do it again.
Another headline for you: Future is bright.
Okay.
So 2, young stars from the Thriller the other day. It was the Hawks and the Pies. I think it was 72-68.
Well, high scoring. I'm glad all these rule changes have brought high scoring footy back.
2 young stars that played. Nick Dacos had 36 touches
for
Collingwood. And John Newcomb had 24 touches and 12 tackles as well.
It's a good day in the office. Good day in the office.
Very good day in the office. So, yeah, good footy, mate, that we definitely watched.
From start to finish.
Yeah. Couldn't miss that. Couldn't miss a Thriller like that.
Wouldn't dare to miss that. Not when we run a footy podcast. No. Imagine having a footy podcast and then not watching any footy.
Not watching
ridiculous.
Any footy. That would be out of the question.
All right. And speaking of being a footy podcast, I'm going to go to the next headline.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10,000, So Joe Root, famous AFL. Oh no, he's a cricketer. Sorry.
Ah, sorry.
Yeah, cricketer for England.
Joe
Root.
Joe Root.
You might have heard of him.
Yeah.
He scored his 10,000th Test run as England won their first Test match in 450 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it feels like about that. So the Ben Stokes, Brendan McCullum era starts off with a win.
Is this the first game? Is it?
Yeah. It would have
been the new era.
Yeah, it was funny. There's a couple. We were talking about it earlier today, weren't we? When we were working from home.
Yeah.
I don't know how those quotation marks got there. When Root brought up his 100, he went from 96 to exactly 100. And when he went to exactly 100, he went to exactly 10,000 Test runs. And he was the exact same age as Alistair Cook. Sorry, Sir Alistair Cook. So he was 31 years and 157 days old, which is the equal youngest ever to reach 10,000 Test runs.
That's insane.
Yeah. Bizarre, isn't it?
That's insane. Like, what are the chances of that happening?
Both Englishmen as well.
Captains, both English captains.
Yeah. And when they, as I was talking to you earlier this morning as well, when England won, had they won an over later, the fans wouldn't have been eligible for a refund on their tickets. So they must have had like a cutoff. If the game lasts longer than X amount of overs, you're not a day's play.
Yeah.
Then you're not eligible for a refund. But it was the over before that cutoff. So, all the fans in the stadium got their money back.
Jeez.
And to see England win.
There you go. Do you know at what point, like, if it was like an hour of play or?
I don't know if it's time or if it's overs. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I read that. I'm like, man like Joe.
It's interesting because, like, we went to day 3 of the Boxing Day test and we saw all of 90 minutes of play.
Saw a bit of COVID as well, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah. We're not talking about
that. but I wonder what the cutoff would have been on that day, because it's like you're still being really entertained, We saw Scotty Boland take 6 for.
Entertain's one word for it, yeah.
Yeah. It's like very condensed stuff, but just all within 90 minutes. Do you get your money back? Anyway, that's not what we're talking about, is it?
No. So good to see Broad and Anderson back.
Yeah, jeez.
Obviously, they should never ever have been dropped.
Common sense prevails.
Yeah, who'd have thought? It's not actually all that common, is it? But the whole thing, the scrutiny that England were up against in the Ashes, and then when they played the West Indies, they couldn't get through a Test match or a Test innings without a batting collapse.
Yeah, batting collapses.
So their solution was to drop their 2 best ever bowlers.
Yeah, not just now, best ever.
Ever.
Of all time.
Yeah. Which is madness. Yeah, we're going to fix the batting collapses by dropping some bowlers.
Common sense.
Our best ever bowlers. So, like, looking back at that now, I still don't understand the logic. I don't understand what they were thinking.
I feel like we mentioned this as well back when we were...
I think we did, yeah. I don't think we touched on it a lot, but we did mention it.
Right at the start when we were talking about sort of Anderson being slightly injured or whatnot, being rested for the day-night, but then Broad just left out completely.
Yeah. Stupidity. But yeah, so we still don't understand why that happened in the first place, which is kind of what we're running with this week. So we're going to go through some, I think we're sticking with AFL moments, for the most part, AFL moments.
Yep, for the most part.
You just go, mate, the fuck were you thinking?
What were you thinking?
So have you got one for me, mate?
I do.
Yeah.
I'll kick us off, going way back through the AFL timeline.
Right, okay.
To 1910.
That's a while away.
It was a while back, yeah. 3 Carlton players were alleged to have accepted a bribe.
Oh, no.
Yes. To play dead during a final against South Melbourne.
To play dead?
To play dead.
What do you mean play dead?
2 of them were given 5-year suspensions, 99 matches or something very specific.
Right.
They got into the rooms, were immediately accused of taking a bribe, and were told that they'd been dropped from the team in front of their teammates. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So
taking a bribe for playing dead.
Playing dead. Yeah.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean play dead? Wait, so they were obviously they would have been approached by someone.
Yeah. A match fixer.
A match fixer. Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
And
Back in 1910.
they've wanted to play. What do you mean play dead? I'm having real trouble understanding that. So they've been approached.
Yeah.
They've obviously accepted the bribe.
Yeah.
And they've been found out before the game. So they never actually got the opportunity to play dead. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I thought they actually did play dead.
You just said they were dropped.
Yeah, after the game, right?
I got no idea. I'm so confused.
I just want to believe that it happened.
You want to believe that it happened,
Just
right?
because
okay.
it's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Can you imagine someone just
Dead.
running out of the ground or something, and then enters a contest or something, and then gets hit or something, or get tackled, and then just drops to the floor mid game and gets stretched off or something, or just thanks for the money, gets paid out.
Jesus Christ, getting bribed for playing dead.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? 1910.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Match fixing has its roots, mate.
Yeah, it does. You calling it was way back then, was it? Those 3 Carlton players.
Yeah.
There you go. You heard it here first. 112 years later. Oh, jeez. All right. Too soon. I got another one for you. Yeah. You right there? You good?
Good. Bit squeaky.
Yeah, you're right. No worries. Righty. So you went back to 1910. I'm gonna bring it forward a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to 1980.
Okay.
An Essendon player.
Yeah.
Should I say his name? It doesn't. Has it been long enough? I won't say his name. There was an Essendon player who was suspended for 20 games for headbutting a boundary umpire. Which is it something you should do ever? When Toby Green made contact with that umpire, it was such slight contact. But it's mate, you can't be doing that.
Yeah,
you can't be doing that.
You can't
no matter the circumstances.
You can't be Zinedine Zidaning an umpire. No,
you can't. No, you can't. But this Essendon player, he's headbutted a boundary umpire because the boundary umpire went to report him for punching someone. Does that not sum up footy in the 80s? He's punched someone.
Yeah. And he's like, I won't punch him though. I'll headbutt him instead.
Oh, fuck. I wish I'd have seen that. Clearly of sound mind. Thinking clearly there. Punching a guy.
Yep.
Is he about to be reprimanded? Fuck you.
20 games.
20 games. Probably not enough, eh?
Probably not.
Let's go. Boundary umpire. Look, we're laughing because it's so ridiculous, but you don't fucking touch an umpire.
No.
With your hands, with your head.
With anything. With your head.
Headbutted a boundary umpire for trying to report him. I don't even think he'd fully reported him at that stage.
Hey, was that... Did you... Boom.
Oh, shit.
I want to see footage of that. No, I don't normally like seeing... I don't... you know me, I hate confrontation. I hate bloody, this drama and shit like that. But...
Oh, fuck, that's funny. Yes.
The context of that would be fucking funny, I reckon, to see that.
It'd be like he's playing GTA. Just not following any rules or laws or anything. I just go for anyone.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Anyone's fair game,
Yeah, pretty much.
Poor boundary umpire.
Yeah. Jeez, wonder how they're doing now.
If that was you as the boundary umpire who got headbutted by the Essendon player, feel free to get in touch, reach out, because we want to hear from you. Want to hear how bad the injuries were, whether you umpired again, whether you headbutted back.
The story's not finished yet.
We don't know. Always down for another chapter.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got.
In 1997,
okay,
a Collingwood player, do we mention the name again?
If you want, doesn't matter, who cares?
Trent Houghton.
Right.
Arrived at a pre-season training session extremely intoxicated.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah, and he was dropped on the spot, fired from the team, just
wow.
leave leave Collingwood.
Being intoxicated at pre-season.
That's I mean, it's got a bit of pels about it.
It does have plenty of pels about it. That
except we don't drop fellas that are intoxicated, do we?
If anything, we're closer to dropping the ones that aren't intoxicated.
Yes.
Wow, yeah. Can you imagine, like, part of being a Pelican is rocking up to the game hungover or relying on teetotalers such as yourself to drive to the game because you're too hungover.
It's in the song, mate.
It is in the song. Yeah, it is. Maybe one day we'll sing the Pelican song.
Belt it out
on the air, but unless you want to give us a rendition now.
Nah.
Oh, you reeled me in then.
I think I sang last week, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
No,
you did.
Not 2 weeks in a row.
Not 2 weeks in a row?
Nah.
Oh, all right. Don't want to spoil the listeners. So, rocking up intoxicated. Yeah, look, we've all been there. But, mate, what were you thinking?
What were you thinking, mate?
All right. I've got it. Oh, dear. I don't know why I agreed to do this.
Are you just gonna jump straight into this?
Should I direct my what were you thinking at the person and then get into it?
Yeah, I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to look down the barrel.
Yeah.
Brett Kirk, what were you thinking?
Kirky, mate.
In bloody March 2012. Now, a lot of people might already know where I'm going with this. A lot of people might be thinking, no, Luke, we don't need you to say the full thing. We don't need you to do that. We already know what you're talking about. You know what I say to those guys?
What do you say to them?
Thanks, Basil. I just want to give you a bit of an insight into the Saturday afternoon team. We're a bunch of unique individuals. Malthouse, Harley, Zemplis, McLaughlin, and myself. We're going to engage with our minds and our hearts. We're going to exchange ideas, thoughts, and even our energy. And to speak from your heart, you need to have courage. You need to be honest and authentic. We're not always going to get it right. And sometimes you're not going to agree with us. But that's okay. Because just like you, we care. Just like you, we're passionate about the game. So if you want to come along for the ride, join us on Saturday Arvos. Because we just love the footy. I was going to have that rehearsed and ready to speak like directly down the barrel, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that cracking up. That was the best I've ever got through it.
That was you really sort of leant forward every now and then.
I remember where he like paused and where he really emphasised.
Yeah.
Brett, mate, what were you thinking?
Was he sort of nearly crying? Like he was sort of getting quite emotional.
He was getting real into it. I want to know what, because it was Mick Malthouse and Basil Zemplis who threw across to him.
Thanks, Basil.
What were they thinking? Listening to that. Because it's like, we get it, mate. You've just retired. You've just joined the commentary team. You're fucking excited to be here.
Yeah.
Just fucking put it back in your pants.
No, you know what? Brett Kirk is a legend of Australian footy.
Yep.
And if he feels emotionally connected to Saturday Arvo footy, I reckon he should be allowed to feel emotionally connected to Saturday Arvo. Saturday Arvo footy is
it's honest.
It's
and
honest.
Authentic. It's not always going to get it right.
He pauses as well, doesn't he? Yeah.
And the way I think he stutters on a few words as well. Like he gets it quite sort of jumbled up.
Yeah.
And so he just powers through though.
He does it.
He powers through. Do you reckon? Well, I guess we are kind of asking him what he was thinking.
Yeah.
Do you reckon there was a point partway through his speech where he's gone, probably gone a bit too far here? Because the camera's like slowly zooming into him as if to like.
Wait, what? During it?
Yeah. Honestly, it's. I rewatched it again today.
Can you sort of see it? Can you see the fear of like, I fucked up in his eyes?
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Brett, if you're listening, mate, talk us through the thanks Basil speech because we want to know if there was regret, if you stand by it. Because I mean, I'm so relieved to know that the commentators care about the game. Yeah, that was something that I was uneasy about.
Yeah, particularly Saturday Arvo footy. I think.
Thanks, Basil.
Yeah.
And also, do you watch any other footy as well? What are your thoughts on Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday footy? Do you just watch Saturday Arvo?
Saturday Arvo.
Actually, no, Saturday Arvo, he calls it.
Saturday Arvo.
Saturday Arvo.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Not Basil. Thanks, Basil.
Thanks, Basil.
Brett, what? It's... Oh, no.
I might take us through some... usually we go through, at the end of Run It Back, we go through some honourable mentions.
Mm-hmm.
I might take us through some dishonourable mentions.
Yeah, okay. All right.
With, what were you thinking?
What were you bloody thinking, Matt?
The Malice at the Palace.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
What were you thinking?
What are you thinking? Yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start a fight with the fans. Start a fight with the fans in the crowd.
Yeah.
They weren't even trying to report him for striking. Yeah, come on, that's just a no-go. That's the clearest day.
You don't. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do sympathise with sports people with having to deal with a lot of crap from fans and stuff, but...
And there's a doco on Netflix about the Malice at the Palace.
Yeah.
And
I haven't seen it. You've seen it, right?
Yeah, and there's some players that could have been anything, and their careers just kind of faltered after that.
Like they were quite young and sort of in their prime.
Yeah, or like in the lead up to their prime. Like they had like an old Reggie Miller, so he was going up for his last chance to win a ring, and they had their best chance, and they let it slip, and there's a few players that's all they're known for now.
Yeah.
So that kind of side of it, you're like, yeah.
You really don't want to be known for that.
You don't, but also, what were you thinking?
What were you thinking? At least they got a Netflix doco out of it.
Well, that must have been what they were thinking. One day, all these years later, we're going to have a doco about it.
Yeah. On Netflix.
Yeah. Fucking.
And finally, the final dishonourable mention. So match fixing started in 1910 with
those carton players.
With playing dead. Obviously, that's how you start. That's how you start match fixing. But it's evolved, and
that's how you start match fixing. Yeah. Fuck me.
Pakistan, the no ball drama. Yeah. You remember this from a few years ago?
I do remember this. Yeah,
Mohammed Amir overstepping a bunch of times. And look, again, I can sympathise to certain players where it's sort of like you really, in certain sports around the world and certain countries, you're really not getting paid that much for what you do. But as soon as you start tinkering with the game, tampering, doing anything, it's just what are you thinking?
What are you thinking? Yeah. I like how you called them dishonourable mentions as well, because there's a couple, the ones we went through, some of it, how you going, they're not really all dishonourable, but those two definitely were.
Yeah.
Those two definitely were.
So getting forward now, we're talking about what were you thinking? What's the dumbest thing that you've done in a sporting field? On a sporting field? On a sporting field.
On a sporting field? Yeah, right, okay. Dumbest thing I've done on a sporting field. So, like, you're asking me about a situation where it's like, what were you thinking?
What were you thinking, mate?
Okay. Dumbest thing I've done on a sporting field. Probably give everyone hope in the Pels grand final. and then not follow through on it.
You've done this to yourself.
And then not follow through on it. I was actually thinking about it a couple of weeks ago, and I started hurting all over again. I was like, fuck, why couldn't we just go an extra run? Because the game was done. We'd accepted defeat. It was done.
So the dumbest thing was hitting a 4? Was that the dumbest thing?
The dumbest thing was given hope. Like going in and feeling like, and then making people feel like I was going to save the day.
Yeah.
And then being as fucking dumb as the rest of us. Dumbest thing I've done. I'm clearly over it as well.
Yes. Yes. Very evident.
Mm. Yeah, no, but I was actually thinking about it a couple of weeks ago.
Jeez.
And yeah, it still bummed me out.
It's come back.
It's coming back. I think. And yeah, I watched a bit of day one of England, New Zealand. Watching cricket, I've gone, I don't know if I'm ready to like cricket again yet. I really don't know. So it's a stretch to answer your question, but that's what I'm going with.
No.
How about you? Dumbest thing you've done on a sporting field?
Um,
Other than like try and learn to bat left-handed halfway
That's
through a
not
season?
dumb. Surely not. That's
It's not dumb.
I reckon bowling medium pace because I was always born to be a leggy. I reckon yeah.
Is that your answer? Is
No,
it?
it's not. It's not.
Like you had me convinced then.
I don't think I've told anyone about this. So
Really? Not even me?
Not even you.
Fuck. All right. Well, tell me first, and then we'll tell the listeners after.
Yeah,
Okay,
wait,
cool.
just don't tell them.
Yes, please.
So this would have been under 14s cricket at back when I used to play at NIMBY.
Mm-hmm.
And it was around the time that I was really inspired by the late, great Andrew Simons. And I think might have been at fine leg. And the ball was sort of going towards the boundary. I was chasing it down. The ball, and Andrew Simons and Michael Clark, I've mentioned it before, they were an amazing dynamic duo tag team. Andrew Simons quite often would sprint after the ball, slide,
flick it up,
flick it without looking, would just flick it back.
I know where you go with this.
To Michael Clark, he would get it. So on this occasion, I ran down, chased the ball, but I did notice that there was no one behind me to flick it back to. So I thought it'd be pretty cool if I, instead of because the ball wasn't going to reach the boundary, it was slowing down. It was pretty much going to stop before the boundary. If I chase the ball now and then flick it up in the air to myself and then turn around in midair and then catch it in one slick motion and rip it back in, it's going to look fucking sick. Yeah, so then I chased the ball, which had stopped by now because the ball had stopped. It wasn't going to go for 4. And then ran through, chased it down, went to flick it, and flicked it over my head, and it went for 4.
I think that was covered the whole way you were telling that story. I'm like, oh, it's going to be so good though. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, you get style points for trying though, don't you?
Yeah,
I feel like that's a famous part of cricket.
Yeah. It's like flashy passes in 2K.
If you 2 assists, isn't it?
Yeah. If you get it right, it's worth it. And if you get it wrong, well, they can't hate you for trying to be slick.
I know of people that can find a way to try and hate you.
Yeah.
mainly me, to be honest. Question for you then: Have you attempted this since?
No, not by myself.
No, okay. Well,
if there's someone else that's sort of anywhere in the vicinity, I'll always I'll yell out flick because I love doing it. It's like it feels like I'm doing a flashy pass in basketball or something. I'll always flick it if someone's there, but if no one's there, I haven't tried flicking it to myself.
I say you try and bring it back.
Yeah?
Just not off my bowling. If that's all right with you.
What if I tried doing it like off a catch? Like it was sort of like
not off my bowling.
Yeah. Like the ball's coming and instead of catching it, I try like scoop it and then flick it around my back and then try to catch it again.
Must be worth 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off your bowling?
Not off my bowling. Not off my bowling, please. Do it off fucking Elmo's bowling.
Ooh.
Yeah. Rile up the skipper.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Switch on.
Just the 2 questions for you this week, mate. Now, we say switch on can be anything.
It can be.
I don't think we've had a true or false before.
Yeah, right.
I don't think we have. So obviously we mentioned briefly the round of footy just gone was the first bye round.
Yep.
The mid-season bye.
Yep.
So, true or false? Every bye round is a pre-finals bye.
Sorry, what?
Every bye round
is
a pre-finals bye.
Is this a trick question or?
It's just a true or false.
Every bye round is a pre-finals bye.
Yeah. You know, people are always like, "Oh, should we keep the pre-finals bye? Like, is it worth having the pre-finals bye? Isn't every bye round a pre-finals bye?"
Technically, it is pre-finals.
Yeah.
And it is a bye. I'm going to go with true. Is it true?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I thought I thought it was a riddle or something.
Yeah, I really on the spot. Then I was like, "Fuck!" I thought it should have thought of something.
Yeah.
It's like, is that community? Is that community? I think it is. Yeah.
What?
True or false or none of the above. Oh, I thought of that too late. That's my bad.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, it is. Well done.
Thanks.
Well done.
Thanks.
I hope all the listeners got that as well. Yeah. All right. Okay. Question 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try and relate this to footy because we're a footy podcast. We weren't talking about cricket at all. So bye round's happening right now.
Yep.
Few players like to get away. You have a week off, which is worth its weight in gold during the footy season.
Yep.
Where would you go if you had a week off right now? Now, we are with the assumption that the travel duration isn't an issue. Like, you don't have to worry about the time it takes to travel.
Yep.
Just anywhere for a week now. Where are you going?
Adelaide.
Adelaide. Why are you going to Adelaide?
Because 2 of our close mates, P-Dog and Karen, moved to Adelaide at the start of the year, and I actually mentioned at the start of the year that I would be giving him a visit, paying him a visit very shortly, and haven't done that yet.
Yeah, okay.
I've been flying up to Sydney every other bloody month instead.
Well, you're choosing your parents instead of your friends. Oh, you're an arsehole. Yeah.
Yep.
Adelaide. Yeah, okay. Yeah, good call.
So I'd go to Radelaide.
Badelaide. That's what it is. We're stealing our friends.
Where would you go, mate?
Oh, I don't know. I go to watch the finals.
Oh, playoffs.
Yeah.
Of course.
Go watch the NBA finals.
Would you rather go to the Chase Center, or would you go to I forget what the Boston home
TD Garden.
Would you rather go to TD Garden?
Oh, I'd love to go to San Francisco.
Yeah?
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
The vibes.
Go Chase Center. Why not? You seen the likes of Steph Curry play live?
Yeah. That would be like a big bucket list for lots of people, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
To see Steph Curry play live.
So I'd just go there just for a week. Just during the bye round.
Yeah.
Just the pre-finals bye round.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I got for you, mate.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good. I've got 2.
Yeah, all right.
Question 1. You've worked a couple of jobs in your time.
Yep.
Started with good old Red Rooster back in the day.
Way back when, yep.
Yes. I want you to tell me the most interesting story of something stupid a customer did that made you think, what are you thinking?
Okay, yeah. That's a good question. Oh, there's so many that come to mind right now. This old man would come through drive-through one time and with a completely straight face, like a confused look on his face, it was like, how much are the $2 cheeseburgers? Like not taking the piss in the slightest. How much are the $2 cheeseburgers?
Did you laugh or
I was like, $2, mate. He went, let me see if I got any money. Hold on. Even dumber than you were prepared for.
Yes.
What else have I had? This mum came through the drive-through with her daughter.
Yeah.
And we're chatting, being friendly enough, and gave her the food as she was about to leave. She's like, if your head was a little bit smaller, I'd totally want you to marry my daughter. And that would have been about.
I do remember that.
That probably would have been 8 years ago.
I remember that one.
And I remember that clear as day.
I think you put that in the group chat.
I think I would have, yeah.
That's not stupid. That's funny.
Yeah, it is. Well, and then there was one. There was one that was actually quite fucking scary.
We should just make this a segment, I reckon.
Yeah?
Just your tales from Red Rooster.
All right, George, shall I'll hold back then on that?
No,
one?
no,
Yeah.
no, I want to hear it.
All right, okay. So it must have been like a Friday or a Saturday night. Like we were slammed, which is like more than 2 cars for Red Rooster because
Yeah.
fuck. No, the drive-through is quite long, and people were getting a bit antsy in the queue.
Yeah.
And so this couple had finally got to the front of the line, and like, oh, is this like read back your order to him? Like, oh, it's like what, $22. Like, oh, yeah, let me just get the money. And then she was driving. She's turned to her partner. Her partner's reached across the car, going, "Can we have the food now?" I'm like, "Oh no, sorry, you need to pay first." He's like, "No, just give us the food and then we'll pay." I'm like, "Nah, I'm not going to do that. You need to give me the money first, and then I'll give you the food."
Yeah.
So then he's on the other side of the car, so he's got out of the door, climbed onto the roof of the car, like stepped onto the window ledge, and started fucking screaming.
What?
Yeah, just like absolutely screaming his fucking head off. Could like call on his every name under the sun.
Yeah.
And then his partner starts screaming at him, get in the fucking car. And then after waiting so long in the drive-thru, she eventually gets him in the car. They drive off without any food. Yeah, it was the one time that I've been quite scared.
That is scary.
For like a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Looking at someone who like stank of alcohol.
Yeah,
Looked
yeah.
like he was off his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you normally have to, like, you pay at the first window and then you actually get your food in the other window?
Yeah. A lot of the good fast food places do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Rooster, they never seem to have the back window
Right.
operating.
Yeah, okay.
Don't know why. Just never been the case.
Yeah.
Never been the case. We might have been short-staffed. I don't know. Can't remember. Yeah, so a couple there you go. What the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. I don't know if that was kind of what you're after. Or,
No,
yeah,
that's exactly
cool.
what I'm after.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
All right.
I did have another switch on, but I feel like it's not worth it. I feel like that question that's given me my dose of what I need.
Okay. All right. I didn't go on too long then.
No.
Oh.
I'm glad that you did that though.
Okay. Well, awesome. Also, I forgot this guy's whole chicken one time, and he didn't come back for it.
Where did you put it?
Just put it back.
Did you have it?
Nah. I never had any free food my time at Red Rooster.
Oh, good man.
I'll be taking no further questions at this time.
Money!
Alrighty, time for my mate's multi. So, my legs from last week. Leg 1, I said Critch will spend at least 70 minutes waiting at the airport before his flight on Friday. He likes to get places early. He likes to be places on time.
Unlike yourself.
Yes. It's not like I don't like it. I need to get better at it, I think.
So yeah, I obviously was aware of this leg before I left.
Yes, and I do remember you saying I'm going to get there exactly 69 minutes before.
Well, we timed it perfectly. Like we got there, got through security, and it was like the flight was due to take off in like 45 minutes time, something like that.
Yep.
And then got to the gate, saw the board, delayed. So yeah, flight was delayed an hour and a half. So yeah, you're right there. You're right. I mean, I had a couple of airport beers, which wasn't all bad, but yeah, the most annoying part was I sat there going, Ashwin's got this fucking leg.
What if I told you I actually
that.
called up the airport and told him to delay the flight?
It does sound like something you'd do, apart from the fact that I know you wouldn't voluntarily pick up the phone to call someone.
Yeah, it's true. It's the truest statement.
So yeah, you won from what?
I can imagine myself like rehearsing what to say and stuff. It's just
Man can perform in front of massive crowds,
yeah,
but can't talk to someone one-on-one on the phone.
no, or order at like a fast food restaurant either. I need to rehearse what I'm going to say. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
So I don't think we have time to
go into that.
dive into why that might be the case.
Leg 2. A team will win by over 100 points on the weekend. No. North did a pretty good job of
Only losing by 10 goals?
only,
Yeah, nice.
didn't lose by 100. So So that's a no. Leg 3. Jason Tatum to score more points than Klay Thompson between now and the next episode.
I didn't like this one when you said it. Did I?
You didn't?
It didn't help that he shot fucking 4 for 19 or whatever it was today.
Yeah. I feel like it's not, like now that, this leg got up, but like, I feel like on a normal day, Klay would have been up there as well. Like,
yeah, I know, but like Jason Tatum was all NBA first team this year, averaging 25, 26 points a game, something like that. Klay averages 19, something like that. I mean, he can go off for 50, 60.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a pretty safe bet, but that's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
So I've shit asked my way to a leg plenty of times.
All right.
So what? 2 for 3.
2 for 3.
Nice. Nicely done. So I will go through my legs from last week. I said that I will watch a grand total of 0 seconds of footy live this weekend. I couldn't even get this one right.
Nah.
So got there, realised what time it was, realised the footy was happening, realised Geelong was playing. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to go check the scores. And I was overheard, and very nicely, the channel was changed to the footy. I've gone, oh, yeah, look, Geelong are up. There's a couple minutes left. Oh, fuck, I've got this leg wrong. So it was great, but yeah.
The legs affect our lives in many ways.
They really do, yeah. We take them quite seriously. I don't know why, we just kind of do. So, no. I said that both Adelaide and West Coast will score more behinds than goals.
Yep.
When they played each other on Saturday Arvo.
Prime time.
Thanks, Basil. You get that straight away, did you? West Coast kicked 8 goals, 9, but Adelaide kicked 13-10, so that didn't get up either.
Nice.
And then leg 3, I said Gold Coast will set a new club record for biggest ever winning margin. So the previous best was 86, and it remains their best because they only beat North by 62.
Not against us, mate.
Yeah, can always count on North to let me down in so many ways.
Yeah?
It's pretty good. Fuck you, North. Do you have a multi this week? I know the answer to this, but I want you to tell the listeners.
I don't. Do you?
I don't have a multi either.
Why's that?
Because you guys will find out next week.
Is this like a cliffhanger, like at the end of a TV show and next episode? It's like,
yeah, it might be. We just can't. We won't even do an outro bit. We'll just like end it now.
End it right now, without doing an outro bit. What are we going to do with the siren? And how's that going to?
Oh God, you're actually concerned.
Yeah, like,
I've never seen that much fear in your eyes right then. That was crazy.
Yeah, because it's all that's. How am I going to, when I line up the video and the audio with the siren thingy? And
I've got to line up the audio to start with. I'll tell you what, we'll sound the siren now, and then we'll start the outro now.
Nice.
Yeah?
Nice.
Okay.
I like what, we're back on track. It's good.
Anything you want to say in particular here? Like you're looking?
No, not really.
No, so you went into battle for the fucking outro.
For the outro, yes.
You had nothing else to say at all.
Yes.
Yeah, I love this.
Thanks, Basil.
Thanks, Basil. I was about to compliment you on your Minnesota Timberwolves jersey, but I'm not going to anymore.
But you were about to, I'll take the compliment.
Fuck.
Ricky Rubio. Now at the Indiana Pacers, I want to say.
Is he?
I think so.
Shit, okay. He's had a few teams of late.
He has. No one wants to hang on to him.
It's really sad.
It's very sad.
Ricky Rubio, if you're listening to the show, feel free to get in touch and we'll have a chat and see if we can't get you down on Wednesday nights to the Clayton Cavs.
Who are going to be starting up soon.
Yeah, soon.
At a new league.
Yeah, same shorts though.